Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is George, also known as ZeeFreaks from ZeeFreaks Tribe. I'm here to bring you local market insights and sometimes oblige your chart requests. This program is brought to you by 2TradeAsia. Now, just to give you a background on myself, I trade using charts or technical analysis alone in PSE. The stocks I will discuss will not come from fundamentals or anything speculative. We'll focus instead on trend following to help you both have freedom of time and of course money. Perfect para sa mga busy o ayaw tumutok sa mga charts. Anyways, let's start. Welcome to ZeeFreak's Best of the Best trend following sessions. All right. So, as usual, pagka ginagawa namin itong mga sessions na to, we always start with the index. Kasi yung index is giving us an idea of what the health is for the overall market. Kung ano ba yung sentiment ng general market. So what I'm going to be doing is going to be plotting just support levels, invalidation levels, and basically concepts kung ano pwede natin gamitin for us to be able to trend follow correctly. Right now, I'm going to give you the basics, which is yung ating lines over here that you see. That's the 20 MA, the 50 MA, and finally the 100 MA. This 20 MA represents the short-term moving average, while the medium-term or the medium-term trend, yan yung 50 MA, and finally our long-term trend, which is the 100 MA. So basically, yung rules of engagement when it comes to trend following is that if or yung rules when it comes to moving average, if the moving average is above the price, so this is your moving average, this is the price, that means that the sentiment for that stock is bearish and the likelihood na bababa siya is mataas. Now, pag baliktad naman, yung moving average is nasa baba ng price, that means highly likely na ito ay tataas. All right? Now that we have the basics done, let's proceed with the key levels. So I'm using the Darvas method over here, which is basically the support and resistance. Right now, what we have with our MAs is all of them are above, which means we have a very hostile, very bearish market sentiment. But on the Darvas side naman, we're near a support level. But the thing is, ang problema nito, pag ito nabasag, itong dalawang levels na to nabasag, most likely we would be seeing a bear cycle. It could be short na bear cycle. It could be a longer bear cycle. But basically, we are on a sideways movement to a bear movement or trend. I would personally be a buyer if this level breaks out from here. Itong 7,093 or 7,100 levels. Then I would be a buying here at these levels, especially if it breaks out or closes above this level. The 7,200 or 7,300 levels, that means that we have most likely a good established trend and poised to go higher. So ako, hindi kasi ako masyado bibili sa support. I'd rather wait for trend confirmations before getting in kaysa maipit dun sa sideways. All right? Now, I have asked you guys dun sa ating traders group on Facebook kung ano yung mga top 10 na mga requests nyo that you would like me to feature on this program. And I have a list over here. You can see it on the right side. I'm sorry, the left side of my screen. And we'll start with ACEN. Okay. So I'll try to make it fast. ACEN, ito yung mga support levels niya. So we have our support 1 and our support 2 over here. Support 2 is going to be our invalidation level, which means pag ito nabasag, that means you shouldn't be trading this stock at all because pabagsak na siya. The downtrend is going to be fast. So kung gaano siya kabilis umakyat, ganun din siya kabilis pwedeng bumagsak. Pagka nabasag itong mga levels na to. I would suggest if you have been holding this for quite a while, mababa yung presyo mo, you got it below 5, and then this breaks down, you would most likely want to be taking profits or cutting your losses kung nakuha mo siya at a higher price. I would personally be a buyer if this level gets taken out or if it closes above this level, the 7.9 levels. Then I'd be a buyer. All right, so that's it for ACEN. AGI. So I like AGI because all the moving averages are below the prices, which means that it's showing a bullish trend. If you look at the 1-year chart, ito na yung pinakamataas niyang level eh. So isipin niyo yun, for the past year, wala nang ipit. So most likely, kung sino mga may hawak nito, masaya na. And the tendency for that is people who just most likely add to a winning position. So yan, isa sa mga bagay na we can look forward to. Mukhang outlier siya. If it breaks down from this level though, okay, that's 9.93 or this level, we need to always look at two levels. So this is our minor support. If yan nabasag, we'd probably see a sideways move. And if this breaks down, which is the 9.14 levels, pwede tayong makakita ng bear cycle for AGI. But for now, mukhang malakas pa naman siya. So, ayan. These are the levels to watch. Next, APL. So, there are several stocks na similar with APL. APL, we have BSC. We also have MM at saka PHA. So, ngayon, iisahin ko na lang yung pag-explain para mas mabilis, alright? And we're gonna do it with BSC being our sample for this set. Kasi structure-wise, they have very similar charts, price movements. Although, ayan, medyo magkaiba lang si BSC kasi medyo mas mataas siya. Yung pinaka-outlier sa lahat is PHA. Kasi up to now, medyo nag-hold pa rin siya. Pero sige, PHA na lang muna i-discuss natin sa lahat, okay? PHA, we have seen a triple top over here. So you see there's one, two, actually quadruple top over here. And then we have itong pinaka-last niyang candle, itong nandito. That's what we call a bull trap, meaning you've got bears just selling this stock over here. Akala mo breakout din pala, bull trap pala yun, no? And then after that, we've seen a clear breakdown here. The 20 MA obviously didn't hold. Tapos dumidire-diretso na siya. Luckily for these names, nag-bounce naman siya. But I personally, my opinion is that we're seeing the start of a bigger bear move over here. So this is very dangerous, especially if you've been holding recently lang. If you've been holding na medyo matagal na, swerte mo, take profits if I were you. But looking at PHA, BSC, APL, MM, all of these have all the similar bear scenarios that are manifesting, especially yung 20 at saka 50 MA, meaning the medium term and the short term, they're all showing signs of bearishness. Nasa taas yung MAs tas yung price nasa baba. So yan, ingat na lang kayo dyan. And for this, para lang may sample tayo kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Ito yung next level, obviously. I just plotted the lowest level here. So, most likely, pag yan bumagsak, makikita mo yan at a much more lower level. Hopefully, it just consolidates, But, been in the markets for quite a while. Highly likely, it's gonna consolidate and then just go down and drop and die. So, not something you want to be holding. Next would be NIKL. Okay, so hindi ko siya ginawa in order. Ipapahuli natin yung dito because that's your most popular pick or yun yung pinaka gusto nyong i-request na i-sample ko. So let's see. NIKL is still at the 100 MA, is still holding over here. Overall trend, it's still up pa naman. Ang ating 20 MA and 50, they're already showing signs of bearishness though. So medyo ingat-ingat na lang. I would rather buy this if this level breaks out. I'm going to buy in tranches here and on this level. If it closes above these two levels, which is the 5.99 or somewhere around 6 and 6.35, then I'd be definitely a buyer. But what I would like to happen here is just to consolidate some of its gains, probably a few months, and then break out. If this level breaks down though, itong 5 level, I would definitely not touch this stock. Especially pag nabasag pa tong 4.57, that means all bets are off. We're already in a bear cycle for this. So that's it for NIKL. Let's go for DNL. So si DNL, it's still on an uptrend. Mukhang maganda yung kanyang movement. So here is our resistance, our major resistance. Here's our support. If you're gonna look at the 1-year chart, medyo maganda yung kanyang movement. There's consolidation that's happening. Ideally, we would like to see more consolidation, probably a month or another or two, and then it would just create a new lower, higher low. So, basta mag-consolidate lang siya above 7 levels, 7.05, then we're gonna be all right. If it breaks out from this level, and if it breaks out from this level, which is 7.79 and 7.92, then you're in for a good uptrend. So that's it for DNL. Let's go for green. All right, so green is one of the outliers that we see in the market. You can see here that all the MAs are below, except for 20 MA. Kakalabas niya lang or medyo naghihingalo siya sa 20 MA. But what I like about this, as opposed to dun sa ibang mga stocks na feature natin, is that merong konting distance between the 20 MA and the 50 MA, and the 50 MA between the 100 MA, which is a good sign in our system that the trend is very strong. It's an outlier. And if we're going to look at the multi-year resistance of this, parang all-time high na yata to eh. I mean, from the data that's been showing here, ever since 2004, ito yung pinakamataas niyang levels na naabot eh. Itong 5 pesos or 4.94 levels. Sorry, that's 4.94 levels. So definitely something you want to be watching, and kung gusto yung abangan, I would want to see some support retested here for probably 1 or 2 more times, or kahit mag-consolidate na lang siya higher, just so that the price gets accepted. Kasi medyo mataas na to. Like, people think, medyo mataas na. But if new traders get into this stock and form a good consolidation base over here, and then if it breaks out from these 2 levels, all right, which is the 4.41 level and the 4.94 level, then definitely we'd be looking at a really good trend over here. So green, definitely put that on your watch list. It's one of the stocks na pwede, na mukhang maganda at outlier sa market natin ngayong duguan. So that's for green. Lastly, let's go to dito. Ito na yung pinaka-request nyo. Alright. So si dito naman, nag-bounce siya. I'm gonna give you a little bit of parang juice on this one. One of the most traded stocks siguro for a whole year. Crazy volume getting into this stock. All our MAs, not all, 2 of our MAs, which is the 20 MA and the 50 MA, is already above, which means that we are on a bearish scenario. Tapos nakita niyo naman dito, last 2 candles, it gave really good returns, especially pagka nakuha mo siya sa baba. Basically what happened here was just a mini capitulation and then a bounce from its support. So pansin nyo ito, this resistance over here, during November 2018, that became our parang kumbaga support for this bounce that happened over here. But usually when we see this kind of price action, it means patapos na yung play talaga, or tapos na yung play. Tapos na yung play dito. This move over here just confirmed na tapos na talaga yung play. What we're seeing right now is just people trying to get a quick buck. Siguro magpapasa pa yan kung anong mga news na lalabas dyan. But we're not here for news. We're here for technicals. To give you a little bit of parang insight as to what you can expect, I'm gonna give you a few scenarios. So since nag-bounce na siya, pa-plot ko na lang kung ano yung pwede niya pang iakyat. So best case scenario, akyat pa to ng 12.42. If it goes over that, sobrang bonus na. I don't believe it's gonna go to 13 levels or 13.68. Sobrang lakas na ng resistance dyan, as indicated by our moving averages, and even sa Fibonacci. That's one thing that you have to understand. Meron na siyang confluence of resistances over here. So most likely baka hindi na talaga to aabutin. But sige, I mean, the market can do whatever it wants. Highly likely lang talaga na hindi siya mangyayari. So the best case scenario, akit siya dito, and then consolidate. But I've seen these kind of stocks before. After consolidation, after the bounce, it's just gonna die. Probably have one more mini bounce, and then it's gonna consolidate like forever and then die. So if you have this, well, as a trend follower, all the red signs are there. Kung ano mang style na meron ka, good luck if you're still gonna trade this. And ayun lang, that's our list. Hope you learned something from this, and hope to see you again on the next Best of the Best by ZeeFreaks.